So I'd say the main thing that I've learned over the last few years is how to get into a positive frame of mind consistently to create consistent positive results for yourself and your business and your life, really. But at the same time, it's just as easy to get into a negative thought pattern and a negative process. And, you know, people call that getting stuck in a rut. So I just wanted to go through how I believe that you can spot this and how you can understand how it works and get out of this. And, you know, it's called the process of manifestation. All right. So I ask people, hey, what's the first thing you do in the morning? And they're like, well, I turned my alarm off. I'm like, yeah, before that. Yeah, I open my eyes. I'm like, before that. I yawn. I'm like, before that. And in the end, they get to, well, I think something. I'm like, exactly. It all starts with a thought. So everything starts with a thought. So the first thing you do in any situation is you think about what you think about, right? And now that thought's going to be one of two things. It's going to be a positive thought or it's going to be a negative thought, okay? And what that's going to do is the way you think will then determine the way you feel. So this goes round to the feeling. And of course, that feeling is going to reflect the thought, which is either going to be positive or negative. I always use this as kind of on a Sunday thing when you might be hungover, you're in bed, or you've had a negative result at something, and you know you're in bed, and you know what this does is that negative feeling of I don't want to get out of bed, or I can't be bothered, or that feeling before work you might get sometimes. Well, what that does is that negative feeling causes you to put in negative actions. They can be positive or they can be negative. Now, what you're going to find then is that the more actions you put in, these actions in the end go to create the habits that you have. So they're going to be positive habits or negative habits. And again, we all know about habits. The more you repeat the same habit over and over again, it becomes, well, what it is habitual. And then the consistent habits you have, they're going to actually create the results. And obviously, if you've got positive habits, well, you're going to get positive results, but at the same time, negative habits are going to create negative results for you. And then what happens? You get negative results, well, you then get negative thoughts. You get positive results, well, naturally, you're going to wake up more positive the next day if the result you got the day before was a positive one. And guys, this is the process of manifestation, and it all starts with a thought. Now, if you look at yourself right now and think, I'm in a rut, I can't get that positive result, you know, I can't find that relationship I want, I just can't get that job I want, I can't get that bit of luck that I need. Well, it's because you're getting up every day, or you're going into the day, or you're going into the task thinking negatively. But you can change the thought process, so you can change it to a positive thought process. So if you go out thinking, I can do something, well, you're going to feel better, you're going to put more positive actions in, and you're going to get positive habits that in the end are going to create positive results. And then you get into a habit of achieving. So just remember, this process of manifestation all starts with a thought before you put the actions in. So it's all about spotting it before it takes hold of you, if it's a negative one, and realizing when you can change that yourself, you know, you're not relying on anything else, you're in control. Thanks.